When you see me, just know it's story time. Okay, let me take you through my crazy ass high school life. Now, if I can remember, I have so many memories. Like, I don't know if I can share with you guys. Yes. Oh, hi, guys. This is Grace from Mombasa. Yes, I'm from Mombasa. I've walked the city, I've walked the towns in Kenya. Okay, now, I've thrived in how many cities? 3 or 4? Around 4. Yeah, my upbringing. So this is the story. Like from high school, I remember in high school, the craziest moments like I ever had in high school. Wow, to being punished, to people wondering like, is this girl really okay? Like number one, I had this friend who was very cheeky, and in our school, that is Jomo Kenyatta, we used to bread used to be baked from the inside of the school, so we never used to buy bread from the outside. So we had a bakery that is in school now, and I had this friend. How high school normally like employ these old people because they believe they are so much mature and well behaved. They know what they want in life, not like the youngies who want to, oh, they will try this job, they're on and off, on and off. So they opted for like old kind of people, like even the matron, even the, okay, no bad offense, no bad blood or anything, but they were good anyway. They were good people despite me being stubborn with my friends. Yes. So this school now, where back to the bakery now, they used to bake bread. Now at night, there were some like two chefs would remain behind. One to cook, I think, food for tomorrow. That is githeri for lunch hour because the maize were very hard, and the beans as well. And the other one will prepare maybe the porridge and maybe do some baking or maybe slice the tomorrow morning's lunch break, tea break bread. Now, before then, now tonight after preps, we used to do some timing, like me and my friend. We would wait when one, it was like a routine. This kind of, how old people are. They always follow their routine to the latter. Now, this guy waited for one to take the wheelbarrow to go and fetch water from the tap so that he could like start preparing the porridge. So my friend went and did some timing. She was cooking. And we used to be so hungry. Like, yani, the slightest opportunity you will see food, even if it's dania, like you will eat them raw. Like raw, completely raw. So this friend of mine did some timing. So I told her, this one, like Prison Break, how you'll time a police, maybe I may take one round and then achukue round ingine mtajua like uyo obvious, like no matter what happens, they always do the same thing, the same routine. So huyo ameenda kuchota maji, it has remained one. One went, I think, kuwasha moto ya nyuma. We used to iron our skirts. Now the other one will just rudishia mlango, and then he will go now to put on the firewood for us to come and fetch the charcoal to do some ironing of our skirts. They had plates. So we'll do timing of the two. Oh, we'll do what? Mogusi, it's Mogusi. So we decided this friend of mine went and stole hot bread. She kept in the stomach. Hope my teachers are not watching this because, oh my god. Then she would run. We used to call it like chwaka, like uchwake, like kuchwaka is to talk a shorty, like utoke mbio. So that is one instance. The other one, if I can recall, like I used to do so many cheeky stuff. Like I remember this Depa. He was a very shosho. Me and my shoshos, like, hey, they always find trouble in anyone. I remember after Nini, in our school, people used to be very cheeky. You couldn't even like sneak a roll on, like for you to just, people normally sweat, and I love smelling nice. Smelling. I love good sense, in short, yeah. So my friends, they would hide roll-ons even in their thighs. Like you get searched. No, my future roll-on. Like I wish the bottle was nearby and I can't just stroll because we're still on our bodysuits. So this lady, she used to hide the roll-on in between her legs, and imagine it will be found like, and you are not embarrassed, you roll on katikati ya miguu ama in between their boobs. Okay, student, in between the boobs. So kama ulikuwa boobs, ilikuwa inaokolea sana. Another thing, those bikers that had mifuko. Some ladies used to eat PK. and to hide PK in between, like hapo katikati, like na ukipewa mtu tu akitoka tu hivi nje ya gate, mtu akuja kama ameficha PK hapo katikati ya baika, unapoona unakula kitu ni tamu. Oh my god. Because I roll on in between the boobs. Oh my god, wow. Others used to hide their phones in Omo, like unafungua tu Omo vizuri. You make sure you don't alter with anything. Even you don't throw away even one paper, and then you close it with a super glue. Na hapo ndani simu imetulia. Mwingine anabeba battery, the other one blah 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 hivyo. By the time you reach school, mnakusanya zote, and then you assemble everything, and then you have a phone. You can communicate. And then I remember there's this girl who sneaked her phone. Now this is where the crazy part is. Now, we used to wait up to around 5. Our preps used to begin, I think, 5:30, if I'm not wrong, to around 9 p.m. Yes, I think 6. Preps by 6, you should be in class after supper. Then blah, blah, blah. So this lady, I don't know how she sneaked in the phone. I don't know which criteria they used to use. But me, I was never like that. Like, never. Me, I was the saint. I was the one. But I used to nyemelea those people to take phone calls, and then we go to the toilet and you're there calling your boyfriends. Hi, I need some money to buy a sweater. It's how much? 700. Okay, not like, okay, I can't say like boyfriend, but ule mwenye nakushikilia wakati uko ndani ya shule. Now, that is where, okay, I didn't want to bring this, but let me just say, my first ex-boyfriend now, we used to, yes, he was a good guy, but anyway, it lasted. That is where I got a D, man, say. But I never got a D. Hey, I was a bright student, yes. So, we'll go to the toilet. This lady will give us the phone, like, each 2 minutes. We do some, please call me, and then he calls, oh, blah, 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 we talk. Then we go back to the class. Very saved. The saints, oh my God. These people, we were so innocent, wow. And then another thing I remember in my Form 1, this teacher who used to be called, I think, I don't want to mention the names, but he was just a DJ kind of teacher. Like, he was a DJ at the same time multitasking as a chemistry teacher. That is in Form 1, when I came in Form 1. Very innocent, so blank in my head. I couldn't even, like, know what chromatography is, nor chemistry. Couldn't even define. I was so blank, like, what are these? I'm used to A, B, C, D. You're telling me to grasp all these, to cram, you mean? To understand? So I was that kind of naughty kind of a girl, but I wasn't naughty. I was just quiet, only that I wasn't, like, comprehending anything I was being taught in Form 1. Like, I was like, let me just read the dictionary. Like, let me just grasp the isn't it waje? Is it my vocabulary kwa dictionary? We used to call them sedetic, and we never used to see it as a big deal. But nowadays, now this teacher, there's this one day, my eyes, like, they just look normal. But now this teacher came in class, and he was like, after his lesson, he called me outside to summon me. I thought he was giving me an assignment. And the teacher was like, Ati, go, Ati, I've always found your eyes, they look abnormal in such, kinda, like, I was like, abnormal? As in, bro, unanitusi ama? But in real sense, what the teacher meant was, in his lessons, I normally look at him in a sexy way. Oh my God. A Form 1, like, bro, excuse me. Actually, there's a way you normally look at me while I'm teaching. I'm like, book come again? Like, how? Actually, you always give me this kind of sexy look. God. Hey, this is too much. Like, how? And I was this kind of innocent person from a very innocent background with very stern parents. Like, no boyfriend, no going outside, no. We are compounded. Like, we are gated community. Like, our compound is just our own. Where it's all about reading. Swatting. Like, you're into your books, but you failed. I still failed. And my father was a teacher. Imagine. Watoto walimu wakwangi werevu hata our pastor. So it is in me, like, you can't force studies in someone and they don't want. We want to study for our talent, man. I think even my kids, like, God willing, like, I will just, yes, go get knowledge, but concentrate on what you love. Like, do your passion. I can't force you to do medicine and maybe your passion is kuendesha ndege na kuangusha watu. Okay. Anyway, yeah, like my high school had a lot of things. Like I remember even sometimes you had to fake like illness so that you can maybe just get a break, like because you just feel you're so overwhelmed. Like you have to read like 12, there were 13 subjects or 12 of them, and to drop them it was up to, I don't know, form 2, form 3, on your way to form 3. Hey, it was just so much. Like I never used to understand like chemistry and mathematics, never, and physics. I only used to understand vitu tu ziko na words mingi like history, CRA, things that you read to understand, not these things of doing calculations and stuff. Hey man, forgive me man, you know, how can I find the value of x? The x already is gone. Alishapata miguu, he went, the x is no longer there. But high school was really hell. And the day I sold mandazi, I was given some punishment. Like I denied to the last minute, and it was almost my KCSE. I gave this story like in some vlogs of mine. Some just go back to my vlog and watch how it all went down to when I was caught. I was given some suspension. My father is a teacher. Now you can imagine going home and telling him, you know what, Dad? Here, I've been given this letter to deliver to you. What does it say? I don't know. You just check. You know, do you ever get to a point where your parent is just so tired with you and you're like, and he's like, I don't know what I can do to this kid. Like, you can't kill this kid, but... And he just looked at me, but he didn't say anything. Like, he was the best father I've ever seen. That day, I was expecting, like, I'll be punished. I'll be caned so thorough. Because, hey, when it starts caning my friend, it's no joke. That house would be on fire. Even neighbors used to laugh at us, imagine. They used to peep over the fence, us being beaten. You know, our compound was so full of trees. So he will just take from the trees, like, you know, I have the disciplinary whatever canes here in the compound. So sometimes I used to get from school, and then I would see some either 3 or 2 sticks. I know today is my day. Today I'm being roasted. And then I remember sometimes back, I used to, that was in my primary level, like lower level. I took a bath. I used to wake up at around 5:30 because my school was quite a distance walking to school. My minutes are almost over. So I used to take a bath early in the morning, and I used to use a candle because the inside bathroom of the house was not ready yet. So we couldn't drain water outside. So I used to go and use the outside bathroom. So I took a candle and lit it and went and placed it on top of it was a wooden door, placed it on top of the wooden door, and then I took a bath. It was a very tiny candle, this size, like it wasn't full. So it reached up to a certain, you'll just know ignorance is bliss, man. Ikafika hapa, and then I said, hii imeshaisha, hakuna haja kuzima, you know. I took a bath, finished, and said, itajizima na upepo. You know how Nakuru is full of cold. There's a lot of cold, I mean. Nikajua upepo will do its work. Nature will do its work of putting it off. For me, that never happened. Wow. And the wooden door got burnt. Now I went to school. My sister woke up at around, I think, 8, 9 hapo akaona, whoa, the door is black. Today somebody is gonna be on fire. Wow. When I got from school, out from school, like it used to be a day scholar. I used to be a day scholar by then before I was taken to boarding in my lower nini. So when I got off from school, once I was entering the compound, she was waiting for me already there, and she told me, my friend, today is your day. You takarangwa. So what I did, she just told me, you just give me your bag because I know you have a lot of books. Just use the front door and you will see the lion. The lion is gonna waiting for you there. He wants to eat you with the claws, with the 2 hands. I said, wow, what have I done? She just told me, today in the morning, ulioga na candle, you didn't put it off. Now it burned the door, and you know your father. You know your father, he's a teacher. He's gonna do you what he does. So when I got into the house, I didn't even he just called me, Grace, come. Akanishikilia mkono, najua hapa. And you know my dad has very fat fingers. He's a fat guy. Very tall man, brown guy. His fingers looks like chips. Sorry if you're watching this. I still have you. Okay, not in a bad way. Oh, this media guy, such a very crazy cheeky girl. So he just led me to the door and told me, "What is this?" So I'm like, "What is that?" See, just man, just cane me. We finish this business, but I know you're going to cane me for like 30 minutes or 40 minutes or so. So start the business, bro. Ushaizungushwa kwa compound. Wow. You know, even my nini were red. Like, I was like, usheka kama red plum. Okay. And I was cane just because, hey, self-word. Wow, parents. Na siku niliuza uniform. African parents, you will murder me. I don't think I'll be that stern to my kids even. Hey, Brana, I didn't breathe. It's our house. We can't laugh. We can't laugh, Dad. We can't make jokes. Yeah, my minutes cut me off. So, I also remember how people who used to live in Nairobi used to give our to when you wametoka kwa humble backgrounds. Trauma like, si tumetoka Naivo, sijui Gilo. Lakini watu wengine like akiwalai exposure ni kitu ya maana sana. You know those kids who used to like they come, they're so hyped. They tell you how they spent their holiday, was it holiday or terms? Yeah, their short holiday with their boyfriends. They went blah blah blah. And then now the funny part, they have these pregnancy scares. But now the person they're explaining to about the pregnancy scare is me, who is blank, who doesn't even know how those things operate. Like, you know, this innocent kind of child, like, you know, why did you do that? Why did you kiss? I was this holier than thou kind of, no, I wasn't into like those holy at you tunaenda kanisa sijui nini blah blah blah, no, but I was just this careful kind of a person. But now when your friend comes and tells you how he spent her time with a boyfriend, and she's like, oh, you know, I'm scared I could be pregnant. What could you have done to make you pregnant that I don't know? Ushamba ni kitu mbaya pia. Curiosity, I could have been curious. Maybe I could have tried and also been nikuwe na mpira saa hii niko tu hivi nyanya. Anyway, no offense if you rushed, that is on you. We all have choices, and the choices we make makes us to be who we are. Anywho, and then I remember this one time, any people used to sell me lakini what, you must need saizi mko wapi, like mko wapi, I want to meet you to see how grown you are, like, and be like, wow. So it's you used to tell on me, because people used to tell, you know, I used to do some chick. I remember this one time, we were having this, you know, this easy project. There's nakwanga science project ni project ama congress ama kitu kama hiyo, where you come up with a project like tomatoes, nyanya zinaweza washa stima, vitu kama hizo ziko zinaitangwa project, I think. Now I went home this one time and said, next time I'm going to do something, a project blah blah blah, and go and present, because nilikuwa tunataka sometimes kutoka nje ya shule. You know how you can stay for long in school, like 3 consecutive months, and then you're like, you just feel your mind is just full, you just want to get out and even breathe. Hivyo tu. Hiyo nikaenda home sasa, I came up with an idea of what was it about the tomatoes kuwasha nyanya, and how some created an alarm. I remember my friends how they created kitu kama alarm. They came up with something like a diorama, kitu kama hiyo, and then they did their own blah blah blah. You showcase what you have, something creative, and you win. Afterwards you can present it on a national level, kitu kama hiyo. So for me, I came up with an idea, and what I did, because it was something to do with writing, so while I was at home, I sought out to use a flash to store my information, so when I get in school, I'll use the computer lab to transfer. But now we have these niches who are the best to the teachers, as if they used to eat their food or they used to be given more marks. My friend, we were the same. Anywho, just to get favor. You know, people normally kujipendekeza to people you like, kujieka kifua mbele, you know, teacher, this is doing this blah blah blah, as if you're the... Anyway, so this lady, she went and sold me out. I went to the computer lab and then I was watching. I think I was as well listening to music because my flash had some music installed in it. And I remember it was my very best flash. I was given by my sister. Then it was taken by the boarding mistress. Oh my god, I felt like beating her up. Like, even the deputy. I remember this one time she took my mafuta just because it looked expensive. My friend, body oil. When we closed the school, like I went for the, and it was no longer there. Maybe she went to apply. She was just in need. So she just used to, kunitafutia tu makosa. When in school you just avoid teachers. Hey man, you see a teacher is coming, please take another long route. Just go. And I even remember one time hiding in the toilet. In my school, I've done a lot of things. I was naughty. I was chaotic. Oh my god. When you're in Form 1, you're this cry baby. When you fail, some people used to fail, they cry. I'm like, madam, what is? Why you cry? Ati I fear failing. Someone will cry. And I was like, lucky you. Me, I'm going to stand for like 3 hours for our talk. Because my dad would make you stand like anakugomanisha, why have you dropped from like an A to an A minor? You will take a 3-hour sermon standing. Even you pretend. We just never used to talk, just to be on the safer side. When you talk, you encourage him to talk more. So he used to keep quiet. Anything he asks, you just say, Sijui. We just, I don't know. But now those were in school. They used to cry. Like, they got maybe 86 in mathematics. This time they get maybe an 82. They cry. Because I'm like, your parents are not that hard. Like, what about mine? Mine is a lion. Like, 4 hours I'm studying at teacher. They're in the very, very same school. I used to see him like, thank God he never used to teach us. Like, it could be tough. Oh my God. Oh. This one time, when we go to Funkies, you're being given soda and one full loaf of bread. And I was just down all that in one go. A whole bread. No wonder I was just this cheeky. Very fat. I was fat. Wow. After high school, man, life, very tough. You have to now survive for the fittest hapa inje. Why? Because we used to eat a whole loaf of bread alone with one soda. Like, wow. And I remember this one time, some students, like, they used to steal teachers' food from the staff room. They will wait for the 9 o'clock, or not even 9 o'clock. Yeah, people. I think Jomo Kenyatta could have played a very good Prison Break. Yeah? Prison Break. Or, is it Money Heist? I think Prison Break suits it better. Like, the girls there were on the run, on the go. Because they will time a teacher. The teachers used to make rounds. Maybe they are doing some marking exams in the staff room. So, wewe ni mwanafunzi, when it's today, alafu umeketi somewhere near the window. Now you'll observe when the teacher stands, the round make one round. Kumbuka staff room amefunikiwa food yake ya sapa usiku. Very nice food. Sisi tunakula food mingi. When you prepare a lot of food like for students, it's not that yummy as compared to the little amount that is prepared for the teachers. So it used to be sweeter than our food, obviously. Now, these students, they used to time this teacher when she wakes up to go for rounds. Like, before we got separated, our school was mixed before. Not like completely mixed, only that we never used to go to the same hall. We used to use the same hall, only that the boys were on this side, girls on this side. The parade, the same time, gathering. Boys this side, girls this side. Trips, the same. Boys at the back, girls at the front. Or maybe we meet at the same function. So we never used to kind of mix a lot of times because even the classes were separate. Only that the parade was separated by just a path. Boys on this side, and then there are teachers at the middle, like at the back, and then at the front, the principal, blah, blah, blah. I hope you get. Now, the whole time the teacher, when she makes a round to the boys' side now, you go and ask for permission because we used to be, we used to be watched. Like, you must read. Even watchmen, they will come out the window to see if you're sleeping. or even like snoring. They will take you outside, and then the way it's cold, no jumpers in the classroom. Like I used to shiver. I used to suffer. Oh my god, I have suffered. Now these watchmen, oh, that is my phone. They will come and see like the keenly very old guys, and they will see like wewe toka nje, wewe toka nje, because you're just having a nap. Like, bro, I've eaten, I'm full, I've eaten like 3 layers of ugali. Let me just have a nap. I just they will pretend you're sick. Mara, you'll pretend I was given a letter by the doctor. I don't feel okay. I need to rest. Unajua tu ile usingizi ya loka tu hivi, like ukijiekelea. Oh my god, give me that, give me that, give me that. So now, where were we? Now the way how those girls who used to sit on the window hapo kwa lane, they will see the teacher has gone to the other side of there, and then they go out, they say they're so pressed, they want to go to the loo to pee, but in real sense they're going to steal the food. Imagine. Now the teacher coming back, there's no food. She's like, okay, now why like can you begin, honestly speaking, because the streams were around 2 streams for form 4s, 2 for form 3. They're around 8, I think, if I'm not wrong. 2 to each, before we expanded to the lower side after we got separated from the boys like completely. We couldn't even attend the same parade as before because the land was so huge. That area, it used to be a university, I heard so, but now the land was converted. It used to be a coffee plantation and then a university and then a high school. So the land is quite huge to accommodate separation. Like boys wakai side yao, sasa they took over the girls side, and then long story short, yeah, those were the most chaotic days of my high school. It used to be so. I remember even this one time I stole a deputy's flash because they stole mine, so I stole hers from her keys when she came in for the lesson. But one lady saw me, and then she's the one who sold me out simply because you want to be the best. But where are you, madam? Where are you right now? So you did the right thing, It has changed me. That time I stole it from her keys. I just took it during a CRE lesson. Then I removed her flash and said, "Tit for tat. It's a fair game. There's no mercy for the beloved." I'm not that kind of a person, but I think I've outgrown some behaviors, and maybe those times we were young and then we used to be, you're growing. There's some things you just have to do them because when they come at my older age, that will be so abnormal and not sane of me to be old and to do some weird stuff that would sound or would seem bizarre to some people's eyes. Of course, it's good I did them, and I'm talking about them right now because, yeah, I'm a changed individual. So my high school really has been up and down, like up and down, and funny. Lots. Wow.